While sitting together, Anri attempts to ask if they can be friends, but he cuts her off, stating he doesn't feel like being friends with her either. Annoyed, Anri claims her bad rumors aren't nearly as bad as those about him. This is news to Mako. It seems his reputation has worsened. Exhausted, and instructs him to stop bothering her. There are various negative rumors about Anri, ranging from dating older men, extorting classmates, hitting others, sneaking around at night, to loitering. However, they remain just that, rumors. Mako attempts to mend the situation by offering her orange juice, but she snatches it away, demanding him to leave her alone. When Mako tries to prevent her from throwing the drink, it spills on his clothes. And apologizes but quickly points out that he's also at fault for being rude. His actions appear frustratingly contradictory, and when asked about his intentions, Mako reflects before stating he doesn't want to be friends out of fear of betrayal. Likewise, Anri asserts she has the same reluctance. Mako questions why she stopped writing, making Anri flustered. She queries how he found out, but it wasn't challenging to piece together. She criticizes him for killing off characters in his stories, but lets it slide because the main heroine is cute. Despite a rocky start, Mako and Anri bond over their shared interest in light novels. As night falls, Anri's stomach growls, and Mako realizes it's been a while since he spoke so much, especially with a girl. He asks why she doesn't want to go home, and she reveals her strained relationship with her family. Anri's older sister, Siko, arrives to pick her up, and upon noticing Mako, asks if they are friends. Both deny being friends, but Siko introduces herself, expressing joy that her sister finally has a friend her age. Mako introduces himself, and Siko compares him to Tetsuro, the main character in an anime Anri likes. Anri clarifies they aren't friends, but when she mistakenly calls Mako by his online handle Nianta, Siko recognizes him as the author of the popular web novel Mike Turu's Grand Isekai Adventure. Anri pretends not to know, but the secret is difficult to keep. Siko reveals she is Mako's editor and questions why he hasn't responded to her texts. Anri insists they aren't friends, and Siko and Anri leave first. Siko suggests discussing serialization another time, believing it's destiny. Reflecting on Siko's charming personality compared to Shizuka's aloofness, Mako decides not to dwell on it for now. Anri never expected her sister to be Mako's editor, and Mako is relieved she doesn't seem to use her sister's position to get her own work published. Anri emphasizes her work is published by a different company, and having read Mako's work, she believes it's good enough to be serialized. Siko commends their friendship, but Mako doesn't see them as friends. He sees someone who makes his heart stop. Spotting Shizuka and Sato down the street, Mako attempts to walk away, but the girls chase after him. They want to apologize, but as One Republic's song goes, it's too late. Mako refuses to hear their apologies, saying sorry won't erase the past, and puts a hand on his shoulder, insisting they continue talking about a random topic. Mako appreciates her help and unintentionally links arms with her. Siko wants to join, but Mako moves away. Siko holds Anri's hand, and despite Anri's insistence they aren't friends, it works for Mako as well. He doesn't consider them friends either. When Shizuka and Sato see Mako smiling, they experience a mental breakdown. Mako thanks Anri. For a moment, he buried the memories of his past. Haruka, looking out the window, sees her older brother with two girls and realizes he was telling the truth about having friends. Mako and Anri continue exchanging messages through the web novel application, limiting their relationship to that of a reader and a writer. The day for forming groups for the class trip arrives, and everyone starts grouping up. Mako anticipates being left out, as will Anri, and their classmates continue to badmouth them. Annoyed, Anri stands up, goes to the blackboard, swipes the chalk from the class representative, and writes her name and Mako's together. They're a group now, just the two of them, and she believes everyone doesn't mind that the two class pariahs are together. Sayuri raises no objections. Anri returns to her seat, cautioning Mako not to misinterpret their interaction. They are not friends, she simply wants to go home quickly. Mako dismissively rolls his eyes, indifferent to the distinction. Yet, despite the silence, an undeniable closeness has developed between them. They are not friends, they are Nyanta and Palmiko. Curious about their group assignment, Mako questions Anri's rationale. She suggests it's preferable to being forced into groups that harbor animosity toward them. Acknowledging her point, Mako expresses his preference not to discuss school matters at the moment. In turn, Anri inquires about the progress of his next story chapter and the possibility of its publication. Mako explains he only needs to proofread before uploading it, but the decision to publish remains uncertain. He considers it a mere hobby, and given his age, he fears causing trouble for his parents. Observing his silence, Anri reassures him that there's no rush. His meeting with Siko is scheduled for tomorrow. Despite Siko's composed demeanor, Anri discloses her sister's serious commitment to her work, noting Siko's lack of a romantic relationship. Mako is taken aback. While Anri appears fond of her sister, she attributes it to familial bonds. Reflecting on his absent father, Mako wonders if he would approve of his pursuit as a light novel author. Anri urges him to cast aside his gloominess and proposes a light novel battle on the theme of their upcoming field trip with a 500-word limit. They'll write short stories, and Siko will judge the superior one. Anri completes her story first, claiming victory in speed. Mako, moved to tears as they exchange phones to read each other's work, acknowledges the quality of her writing. The following morning, Mako, skipping breakfast, heads to school, contemplating his mother's past words and their impact on his childhood. He wonders how she'll react to his story being published and anticipates a pessimistic outcome. Deciding to withhold the information for now, he leaves home, receiving machi and well wishes from Haruka. At school, Sayuri calls Mako and Anri to the staff office. Though the two insist they aren't friends, Sayuri isn't concerned with that. She offers a listening ear, emphasizing that making just a few trustworthy friends is sufficient. Sayuri, hinting at personal experience, hopes they find someone they wouldn't mind being betrayed by once or twice. While both are puzzled, they exchange glances. Sayuri concludes, allowing them to return to their classrooms. On the way back, Anri questions the purpose of the talk, and Mako remains uncertain. Before they can continue, a girl calls out to Mako, Kisaragi, one of the girls from the fake confession incident. Aware of Anri waiting, Mako attempts to cut the reunion short, uninterested in rekindling old connections. Kisaragi, seeking reconciliation, explains she was coerced into the fake confession. She genuinely likes him and wishes to start anew. Mako, unusually engaged, avoids ending the conversation abruptly, not wanting to discuss this in front of Anri. Kisaragi invites him on a date, but he dismisses it as too late. As she cries and approaches him, Anri intervenes, stating Mako is occupied with planning the field trip. A disgruntled Kisaragi accuses Anri of interference, but Anri points out that she interrupted them first, grabbing Mako's hand and leading him away. Mako, glancing back at Kisaragi, doesn't notice Anri blushing. Anri playfully suggests holding hands again, but Mako declines, teasing that it would make her blush.